On most websites, text is added to the HTML code itself and styled using CSS or cascading style sheets. However, on most of the sites we use in teaching and learning, we do not have the level of access to the CSS files needed to accomplish this. So for our unit banner template, we'll add that text manually inside of Photoshop. Now, by doing this, we will create an accessibility issue since the text that you add to your image will not be accessible to screen readers. So you will need to make sure to add the appropriate alt tag descriptions when you post your image online. Now, for now, let's make sure that our 1200 by 600 artboard is selected, and then select the type tool from our tools or press the T key. Then up in the options bar, you can select many of the typical type settings that you're used to from other programs, such as the font. And notice that Photoshop shows you a preview of what the font is going to look like over here on the right-hand side. Your list will be different from mine depending on the fonts that you have installed on your system. Now, I'm going to select Gill Sans. If you don't have this font, just choose another font that you like. Then in the next drop-down, select the style or face for your font. Now, each font is going to have different options here. Notice that you do not have buttons anywhere for bold or italics. Instead, you select the bold face or the italics face of this font. I'm going to select the bold face. Then you can select the size for your font. I'm going to select 60 points. Then leave this next dropdown set on sharp. This is the type of anti-aliasing that Photoshop will use when drawing the text. You then have some common alignment options such as left, center, or right align. I'm going to leave mine set to left align. You also have a color chip. If you click on that color chip, you can change what color the font is going to show up in. For this example, I'm going to click in the upper left-hand corner here to change my font to a white color and then click OK. Now, there are two basic ways to create text. If you simply click on your image and begin typing, you will have a single line of text. As long as you keep typing, this text will stay on that one line until you hit enter or return to go to another line. To deselect your text, just click out into an open area of your canvas. Notice that your text has created its own dedicated layer here inside of the Layers panel. Now, the other way to create text is to create a paragraph of text by first clicking and dragging a text area. Then when you release, your cursor is automatically inside of that area. Now when you begin typing, the text will automatically wrap when it reaches the boundary of that text box. A quick way to select text to edit it is to double-click on the T icon inside of the Layers panel. This will automatically select the entire block of text on that layer and automatically select your type tool if it wasn't already selected. Okay, let's throw both of these text layers away by clicking and then shift-clicking on the second layer and then dragging them to the trash. And then click and drag a text box that fills the lower third of this artboard. Then we'll enter Unit 03: in all caps, hit enter or return to jump to the next line, and this unit is going to be called Care and Feeding of Aquatic Animals. For this first line of text, select the text and let's make this type 48 points. Now this is looking a bit odd with the line spacing. Go up to your window menu and select your character palette. Now there are a lot of controls here for changing the way that your type looks, but let's select all of your text by double-clicking on the text layer icon, and then change the leading field, which controls the space between the lines of text, from its auto setting down to the lower font size of 48 points. And that'll pull those two lines of text a bit closer together. Now things are looking pretty good, but the text is a little difficult to read with the image behind it. Let's create some custom layer effects to help the text really stand out, and we'll do that in the next movie.